behind, stabbed in the neck. The FBI revealing a short time ago they are now investigating this as an act of terror. Also breaking late today, the verdict is in. After a fatal shooting, the suspect throwing away his gun, the officer then shooting again, touching off days of protests and violence. What the jury has now decided. The F-16 crash in Houston, the highway shut down, fears over armed missiles on board, entire neighborhoods evacuated. A state of emergency tonight now declared in Louisiana. New Orleans pounded Tropical Storm Cindy, bearing down across the Gulf. The storm surge taking the life of a 10-year-old boy. And your money tonight if you're traveling for the July 4th holiday, the best day on the calendar for travel deals, and the website tonight that rebooks your rental car over and over until it finds the lowest price.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night, and we begin with late developments. The FBI revealing a short time ago that they are now investigating that attack on an officer at the airport in Flint, Michigan as an act of terror. A police officer was attacked from behind. He was stabbed in the neck. Witnesses tonight right here revealing what they say the attacker was shouting. The airport shut down for a time, law enforcement moving in, taking him into custody. ABC's Alex Perez and what we've learned about the suspect tonight.
Tonight, federal investigators hunting for answers. Bishop International Airport in Flint, Michigan on lockdown most of the day after a suspect entered the terminal with a 12-inch knife and stabbed airport officer Lieutenant Jeff Neville repeatedly in the neck and back. The FBI now investigating the incident as a possible act of terrorism.
When the subject went up to the officer and stabbed him, he continued to exclaim Allah, and he made a statement something to the effect of, "You have killed people in Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and we are all going to die."
The FBI saying the suspect is Amor Fatuhi, approximately 50 years old, from Canada. He legally entered the U.S. through Lake Champlain, New York on June 16th. The 911 calls pouring in just before 10 a.m.
We had an officer down there reports of a stabbing.
Sources telling our local ABC station the officer was ambushed from behind.
And there was a whole bunch of blood everywhere. Blood was everywhere, and it was crazy.
Passengers and airport employees evacuating to the tarmac and front terminal as authorities scrambled to detain the suspect.
They were taking the man in handcuffs down the other side. He was blank. He was just totally blank.
Bomb-sniffing dogs deployed to scour the airport as Flint City Hall and the police department were placed on lockdown as a precaution. That officer rushed to the hospital for surgery.
And Alex Perez with us live tonight at the airport in Flint. And Alex, you have late word on both the officer and the suspect tonight?
That's right, David. We're being told that officer is out of surgery and in stable condition. The suspect remains in FBI custody and is being questioned. David?
Alex Perez leading us off tonight. Alex, thank you. And we move on to another headline that broke late today, a verdict tonight after a police shooting that led to protests in Milwaukee. The officer firing, and then again after the suspect tosses his gun. Tonight, the jury acquitting him on all charges. And here's ABC senior justice correspondent Pierre Thomas with the video.
It was a deadly encounter with police over in seconds, caught on an officer's body cam. Here we see former officer Dominique Hagan-Brown pursuing Seville Smith, a suspect armed with a gun. They race around the front of a house to an alley. There you see the gun in Smith's hand. The officer fires the first shot. The suspect tosses the gun. Less than 2 seconds later, a second and fatal shot is fired. Smith dies at the scene. The incident last summer sparking riots in Milwaukee. Prosecutors say Smith was defenseless when shot in the chest. The defense claiming the officer feared for his life, making a split-second decision. Today, a Milwaukee County jury found the former officer not guilty in the shooting last August. The family tonight in anguish over the verdict.
We're not animals. Every time they take a shot, it's to kill you. It's to kill you because a dead man can't talk.
But the police chief says the former officer was vindicated. A year ago, I told the public I saw nothing in the video that was a violation of law or policy.
So let's get to Pierre Thomas with us live tonight as well. And Pierre, the police defending that former officer's actions, but he's no longer with the force?
That's right, David. He was fired for an unrelated reason. He's the second officer acquitted in the fatal shooting of a black man in less than a week, exposing raw feelings and deepening divisions between police and some minority communities. David?
Pierre Thomas with us from Washington. Pierre, thank you. And next to the fiery F-16 crash near Houston, the pilot ejecting, but there was real concern over the missiles on board. Communities evacuated, a highway shut down for a time, and ABC's Philip Mena is on the scene tonight.
A massive plume of smoke rising from the site of an F-16 crash at this Houston Air Base.
We heard a hissing sound, but we didn't hear an explosion, and then we saw 3 big plumes of smoke come up.
The fighter heading out on a NORAD training flight this morning when it caught fire just after takeoff from Ellington Field.
Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. There were 3 puffs of smoke that came up.
The pilot hospitalized after ejecting. Nearby neighborhoods evacuated and a highway shut down as a team worked to secure the air-to-air missiles. The ammunition still on board that plane. Philip Mena, ABC News, Houston.
Philip, thank you. Now to the state of emergency declared tonight in Louisiana. Tropical storm Cindy slamming into the south at this hour. It's now turned deadly. A 10-year-old boy dying because of the storm surge. Strong winds and heavy rain reaching shore, flooding far inland tonight. And look at the scope of the storm. Nearly a foot of rain in some places, with a lot more to come tonight. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in the storm zone.
That's it right there.
Tonight, the Gulf Coast is under a tornado threat, with Cindy slowly approaching land. The leading edge of the storm filled with funnel clouds. Families on porches watching waterspouts coming ashore in Mississippi. Gusting winds toppling trees in Biloxi and along the Gulf Coast. Even a reported tornado in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Tragically, a 10-year-old boy killed in Alabama. Storm surge knocking a log onto him. A state of emergency already declared there and in Louisiana. Grand Isle already underwater. Officials urging evacuees to get out early.
We cannot stress enough the importance of avoiding high water. And that's for everyone across the state.
In New Orleans, they're hoping the flood control system's fortified after Katrina will help keep the city dry. You see this pond? This is water out of Lake Pontchartrain. That levee is all that's keeping this water out of that neighborhood. More than a half foot of rain already in Mississippi. Hundreds of roads submerged. Officials preparing for more possible rescues tonight.
You're anticipating that you're going to have to get people?
That we'll have to go in and get some people out. Yes, ma'am.
A difficult night ahead, and Eva joins us now from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. We see the water there, the winds churning. Officials there now going door to door to get families to leave, Eva?
That's right, Dave. They're especially encouraging people in low-lying areas to get out now while they still can. They're closely monitoring the rivers with more than a half foot of rain still expected here. The beach, they're bracing for up to 3 feet of storm surge. David?
Yeah, the angry waters there behind you, Eva. Thank you. It's only going to get worse. Ginger Z is with us now with the current track. Where's the storm right now, Ginger?
The center of Cindy is about 125 miles southeast of Galveston, Texas. You can see it clearly there on the satellite and radar put together as it spins counterclockwise toward the coast. It will hit tomorrow morning, the center of it, but we have already seen impacts, as you just saw. We've got a tornado watch in place from right Florida and the Panhandle there back through central southern Louisiana. Timing again for it to come on shore would be tomorrow morning, so a Thursday event with the wind speeds max sustained around 50, gusting to 65, but that is not the primary threat. As you so well said earlier in this program, you can see some of the 6+ inches that could still fall in northern Alabama or North Georgia, where we find flash flood watches. Tropical storm warnings still in place all the way through almost New Orleans there.
All right, tracking it through the night. I'll see you on GMA in the morning, Ginger. Meantime, there are multiple wildfires we're also tracking tonight. This is now the 5th day of triple-digit heat in the west, and some places reaching near 130 degrees. And there are now power outages because of the heat. ABC's Matt Gutman in Phoenix tonight, where they have broken yet another record, today reaching 117.
That heat cooking the Southwest tonight. Multiple wildfires tearing through California and Arizona, where flames blasted through Sonoyta, incinerating 6 structures. Hundreds of residents there evacuated. Surging demand for electricity is triggering power outages.
This is not the day for the air to be going out.
And airport slowdowns. Hundreds of flights delayed this week. Airport workers seeking shade in luggage carts. These construction workers ducking beneath an excavator. We teamed up with Phoenix Fire and Rescue today. Some sort of heat-related illness. Taking multiple heat calls.
Call after call after call. I mean, there is literally no love. No love. This is what we do all day.
But some actually seeking the heat. Tourists flocking to 128-degree temps in Death Valley. Pavement so hot, pets in Phoenix fitted with protective shoes tonight.
Matt Gutman with us live tonight, and Matt, authorities there are warning everyone how deadly the heat can be.
That's right, David. On average, more than twice as many Americans are killed from heat than from tornadoes. But there's also a significant concern tonight that people might get burned because surfaces, even at ballparks like this, are so hot. Check this out. Concrete reads 150 degrees, and chair and the bleachers here, 164 degrees, David.
Wow. That's why you got to be so careful with the children. Matt Gutman with us tonight. Matt, thank you. We turn now to that special election in Georgia overnight being closely watched by the White House and the country. Republicans holding on to their seat. Karen Handel winning. So let's get right to ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega tonight, because Cecilia, as you know, this was the most spent ever on a congressional race, and Democrats still could not pull this off. The president now 4-0.
Exactly, and the Democrats spent more than 5 times as much as Republicans on this race, David. There is a lot of soul searching going on here in Washington today. Some Democrats say that business as usual just isn't cutting it. Others are pointing the finger directly at Nancy Pelosi, calling for a change in leadership. But David, tonight, this White House is celebrating. This is a win.
All right, Cecilia Vega with us live from the White House. Thank you. And next, the president's advisor and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, taking on another of his many tasks. This time, peace in the Middle East, traveling to the region today.
President sends his best regards, and it's an honor to be here with you.
Meeting first with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, then with Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas. But it comes amid questions about Kushner's security clearance back here at home. He's expected to be questioned by congressional investigators about his failure to disclose meetings with Russian officials. We move on tonight to Capitol Hill now, and to sobering testimony today from the Department of Homeland Security, confirming that the Russians did target state voting networks in 21 states during the election. But what is still unclear tonight is if the president agrees with his own Department of Homeland Security. ABC's Mary Bruce on the Hill for us again tonight.
Just how far did Russia go to meddle in the U.S. election? On Capitol Hill today, one of the nation's top cybersecurity officials painted a stark picture.
Internet-connected election-related networks in 21 states were potentially targeted by Russian government cyber actors.
But they were not able to change or tamper with any votes.
A small number of systems were unsuccessfully exploited, as though somebody had rattled the doorknob but was unable to get in, so to speak.
On the other side of the Capitol, the former Homeland Security chief said there are no doubts. Russia's President Vladimir Putin was behind the attacks.
In 2016, the Russian government, at the direction of Vladimir Putin himself, orchestrated cyber attacks on our nation for the purpose of influencing our election. That is a fact, plain and simple.
But just yesterday, the White House couldn't say where the president stands.
Just very plainly, a yes or no answer. Does President Trump believe that the Russian government interfered in the 2016 elections?
I think I have not sat down and talked to him about that specific thing. Obviously, we've been dealing with a lot of other issues today. I'd be glad to touch base.
All right, so let's get to Mary Bruce live on the Hill tonight for us. And while we have you here, Mary, it was last night we heard you press the Republican leader in the Senate. When will Americans see this bill, their proposal to repeal and replace Obamacare? What's the timeline?
David, this bill is the best kept secret in Washington. Even Republicans who are helping to write the bill still don't know exactly what's in it. The sticking points include how to roll back the expansion of Medicaid and how Americans will pay for their coverage. But tomorrow morning, we will finally see how Senate Republicans plan to overhaul Obamacare. David.
Big focus on those Medicaid numbers tomorrow. Mary Bruce, our thanks to you tonight. And promising word coming in this evening that Congressman Steve Scalise is improving. Also, the FBI tonight finding, quote, no nexus to terrorism in that shooting on the ball field. The gunman injuring 5 people in a hail of bullets as the Republican team was preparing for a charity baseball game. The FBI finding that James Hodgkinson acted alone. And tonight, the hospital reporting that Representative Scalise has been upgraded to fair condition. He's now beginning a long period of healing and rehab, and of course, we wish him well. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Wednesday. The new health headline about Alzheimer's, olive oil, and memory. Also, the young Muslim girl killed in a case of road rage. The community stunned, and what happened today as her funeral was being held. Your money tonight if you're traveling for the 4th of July, the best day on the calendar to find the travel deals, and the website tonight that rebooks your car rental over and over until it finds the lowest price for you. And then look at this. We couldn't believe this. The runaway bus here in New York City. In reverse, no one on board. And what we've learned tonight from authorities about that bus and the driver.
We've got an incoming storm making a mess of traffic out there.
No matter the weather, stay protected all year long with floor liners from WeatherTech. They're laser measured to protect the front, back, and even up the sides. Go to WeatherTech.com to order yours today. WeatherTech, made right in America.
It's the simple things in life that mean the most.
Boost Simply Complete. No artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, plus 10 grams of protein and 25 vitamins and minerals.
It doesn't get better than this.
Boost Simply Complete.
I struggled with depression. I thought I needed cigarettes to cope. I was able to quit smoking, and then I started running. Now I feel a lot better.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.